All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Taiwanese Honor Cup. I am Jethro. With me is Unctious.
Yeah, here I am.
All right, and we are about to get into the game two of KDY versus SpiderDS in just a moment, and it's going to be on GSL's Antigua Shipyard, so it should be a fantastic TVZ.
So, SpiderDS here is actually, as we mentioned, the best Terran in Taiwan right now. He's the only Terran who's able to beat Sen in the Taiwan Esports League, I believe.
Right.
So, absolutely an amazing player. To see KDY take him down is just huge.
Right.
Absolutely huge.
And I believe for some clarification that his name is DS and he's on the Team Spider. Just throwing that out there. And
that's right.
Spawning on the western corner of GSL's Antigua Shipyard as the Teal Terran. Can he make a comeback? I think so. He's Spider's DS.
DS.
And then spawning in the northeastern corner, he is the Yellow Zerg. He is SlayerS.KDY.
KDY.
All right. So GSL's Antigua Shipyard is a map that we all know and love. You, of course, have the very easily defendable third base and natural positions. So I would expect a nice, safe macro game out of both these players again.
Yeah, I am still hung up on that last game, man. DS's ability to completely starve his opponent of minerals. He said, I'm going to keep you on as few bases as possible. As long as I keep my creep spread out there, you're not going to be able to really take anything at all. And on such a big map, it was entirely covered. It was covered.
Yeah. 4 queens spreading creep in the beginning. That's something that you don't see very often, even in high-level games like this. Or even in low-level games, for that matter. Nobody uses 4 queens to spread creep. Really, really nice stuff.
Can you imagine if there was that queen buff in the patch?
Yeah.
The energy buff. That creep would have been to his opponent's base, probably 8 minutes in. It would have been over.
That would have been fantastic.
All right.
And he even had Hellions out. He had 4 Hellions on the map and was not able to deny that creep.
No, totally impressive. It was KDY, so impressive. Anyway, he's going hatch first at this point.
Yep. Safe map to do so. This is GSL's Antigua Shipyard, so it's cross only. So he knows he's far away from his opponent from the get-go, and as a result, it's going to go for the economy build. And I expect SpiderDS, as we see no gas, and the barracks, again, going to be a 1 Rex Command Center expand.
That's right, and I like that he's walling off this time.
Right,
it's kind of nice, get that barracks forward, instead of having it way far back. SCV is just going to come over, check to make sure that hatchery doesn't get canceled and his opponent isn't doing something terribly cheesy.
Right.
But gas is down, spawning pool on the way, going to be able to get speed very soon.
And that drone will get away, of course, as it is faster than the Marine. Just throwing that out there.
Dropping knowledge bombs.
Hey, maybe there's somebody out there that didn't know, and he's like, oh man, drones are faster than Marines? Thanks, Jethro.
These casters are so smart.
Oh, man.
And we are.
Yes.
Don't ever forget that.
All right, the pool finishing up, and 1 gas down for the moment. Should start speed in just a moment here. He's about to hit 100 gas.
Does he do it? Does he do it? Does he do it?
Yeah, there it is. Okay.
Needed the minerals.
Yep.
Minerals were actually the thing holding him back.
Yeah. Who'd have thought?
Yeah, right. Meanwhile, last game, I want to know how many minerals he had at the end of that. I wish I had saved that replay. Oh, we're going to have the VOD. You should have the VOD.
You just had 3 thoughts in a matter of half a second, didn't you?
I answered my own question.
Yeah.
I don't even need you to help me, Jethro.
Okay.
I have my brain under control. All right, so a little bit of a few lings moving out right now.
Yep.
Just a very little bit of poking. Pesterlings, I like to call them.
Yep, and 2 more racks, I believe, just finished up for SpiderDS. So, enough to be safe, but not so much that he's going to be turning on tons and tons of aggression. So, as we said, probably going to go to another macro game, and, based on last game, these players like their macro.
Oh yeah, both players are very comfortable. KDY not only comfortable with his macro, but denying his opponent's macro, saying, you can spend all the APM you want trying to macro up. I will just make it useless.
Right.
You should have just spent that APM doing something else. I like this Roach Warren coming down right now, really safe. If Hellions were to come out at any point, he'd be able to handle them, but that's not even going to be a threat right now. I think what he's more worried about is defending just any Marine aggression that comes out, and possibly Marauders as well.
Yes, as we see, that Tech Lab has gone down. Stim just being started for the Terran player. So, I mean, this is just shaping up just to be a nice, clean, simple, standard game, and that's what I like. I mean, there's no tricks going on, nothing crazy, although I should mention that no third base for SlayerS.KDY yet. So, you know, 7 roaches coming out. So,
Yeah.
throwing macro to the wind for the time being, and he's going to turn up the aggression, which is something that SpiderDS might not expect, you know, as you and I did not.
No, absolutely. I mean, KDY right now, with this many roaches coming out, is going to be in a very, very, very forward position. He's not even droning up at this point. I mean, I think he's doing everything he can just to put all of his economy, everything that he's built up to this point, just on his forward foot, trying to put SpiderDS on his back foot.
Right.
I mean,
we see
Stim is on the way.
Yeah, I mean, we see but the factory is just about to finish. We see an engineering bay is about to finish. So SpiderDS has been focusing on tech, not on army. So let's look at the army supply even. We see that 16 for SpiderDS, 36, or I might have hit the wrong key there. No, 36 for SlayerS.KDY.
All right, KDY moving forward. He's going to be able to poke forward, see that there's no bunker immediately at the front, but it is just hiding behind those supply depots a little bit. I think DS knows at this point that there's something a little bit freaky going on. He's throwing down a ton of reactors to try to be able to get units out. The Roach is moving in first, and now DS is on to this. He needs to lift those supply depots in time, but he doesn't get it. Lings are going to be able to run in. Marauder on hold position, holding that line down. All these SCVs and mules being pulled off the line to try to get that, to keep that bunker up. And these roaches are going to continue dealing damage, but they're unable to do it. DS holds.
Yes, he does hold some beautiful repair micro on that bunker, keeping it alive, even keeping the mule on it for a few seconds there. And you see immediately back to macro, switching his building rooms around, getting that starport down onto the reactor once to get those medevacs out ASAP to be able to clean up this push more effectively.
Absolutely. Behind this, KDY is trying to macro up, but he's going to keep on the pressure for just a little while, try to kill all the units that he's going to be able to. Marine stimming forward. All these units are in the yellow and red right now, but they will be able to take out the rest of these roaches.
Yeah, and beautiful, beautiful hold by SpiderDS. I mean, if he hadn't gotten the repair down on that bunker, could have been game over, but instead able to deny, and as a result is ahead in supply right now. And let's look at the worker counts. He's ahead in economy because he has those mules and about an even worker count.
Yeah, I mean, I have to wonder if that Marauder being stood in that position was, you know, just a coincidence, or if he actually like left those supply depots down so that the roaches couldn't try to attack them from far away, so
Right.
supply block him. But all right, good. Yeah, like we said, really, really nice hold, and that economy for DS is coming out, and that's really nice to see. In the meanwhile, though, KDY was able to get that Baneling nest, and he does have Banelings morphing in right now.
And he has a third base about halfway done as well, and we see that SpiderDS, while getting a third, it's not in position, it's in his natural. So his expansion, or I'm sorry, the third is done. It's the macro hatch, it's about halfway done. So while SpiderDS's economy is a little bit stronger, just like worker-wise, he's down in bases right now, and putting on some aggression of his own.
Is that he going to be able to build a bunker before he moves in? That'd be really cool. I mean, I don't think he's going to do it, but
I don't know. That'd be nifty. I mean, why not?
That would be pretty cute. Meanwhile, a counterattack going on. Ling's getting a run by, nonetheless, moving right up into the, trying to move up into that main, but there is a wall there. Still running into the natural, going to be able to deal quite a bit of damage, and that's going to cue SpiderDS to move on forward, take out that first queen, but here comes Lings and Banelings. He should be able to pick up in time, but instead just trying to move his units as well as best he can, leaving only the Marauders down to tank Baneling hits. That was actually really, really awesome.
Yeah, maybe a little bit of mismicro on the pickup, but he gets most of his units out of there and is ahead in supply still. SpiderDS showing that he's got what it takes to get this game done, and he is going to try and do it.
Yeah, he absolutely is going to do everything he can. I believe that's 3 workers killed by KDY at this point.
Yes.
And it doesn't look like DS was able to get any. Here come a ton of Lings. They're going to catch all these units in the middle of the map. They will get picked up in time. No damage being done to them, but that will deny that map control, and it looks like that's going to cue DS to try to attack up into this main.
Yeah, and the lair has just finished, and as a result, the Spire is going down. I believe +1 just finished as well. But you know, there's plenty to deal with this drop. I don't think it's going to do too much damage. So SpiderDS not worried about that too much, and just gets his third base down and established instead.
Yeah, indeed. But he does have another drop going on in the third. That drop is really just a distraction so that he can get behind there and move out at the same time. In fact, KDY tried to go for a counterattack, was unable to do that because this third came in, or the second drop came in. I mean, on the third base, and beautiful positioning coming out from DS. Like barely any damage is being done to that Marauder in that moment.
And look at this, we have a push coming up the middle simultaneously. How much damage will this do?
He's going to be able to clear this creep out, and that's for sure, and that's even a plus. Getting Overlords as well. Luckily, KDY has a huge supply of those. The rest of these units are going to stim back and then go ahead and pick right on up.
Yeah, I mean, that creep denial is huge. I mean, we know SlayerS.KDY likes his creep, and now it's been pushed back all the way.
That's a ton of lings going down, too. KDY not actually trading very cost-efficiently for these at all. Drop going, yeah, on in the natural. Even more units just dying, absolutely falling from KDY instantly.
Yeah. The Spire is still up and standing, but he has not been able to use it yet, and in the meantime, our third base is going to go down, I think.
Yeah, he should, I mean, even with another, he doesn't even need another stim. Those Broodlings, though, are definitely annoying, and not a single counterattack has been able to come out of KDY. Every time he tries, he just gets dropped again, and look at that stream of blue coming across the map. KDY knows
there it is.
That he doesn't have a chance.
GG. SpiderDS able to tie it up 1-1 with some fantastic aggression.
Yeah, I mean, that was craziness.